a different setup, and it's because I moved. So I am in a new space, and right now I'm sitting in the living room and I don't have anything in it because I don't own any furniture. So I thought this would be the perfect time to show you guys some of my flexibility stretches, especially because that's kind of some of the stuff that I've been getting asked about in the comments. So I thought, why not? I have all this space now, I might as well show you guys. One thing I've noticed living in LA is that a lot of teachers, they won't give you a warm-up, but they will give you a good like 5 to 10 minutes to kind of warm yourself up before class, and it also lets people who are late come in a little bit without having to like learn the choreography that they missed. So I thought I would give you guys just a quick little warm-up that you can do for flexibility while you're waiting for those 10 minutes to go by. And you can do it before a heels class, you can really do it before any class, but today I'm going to be focusing on flexibility since a lot of times you do have to use flexibility in a heels class. These stretches are super simple, and depending on how long you do them for, you can do it within a span of like 10 minutes for sure. So if you're ready to get stretching and work on that flexibility, let's jump into this video. So to begin, I'm going to actually start out by rolling out my muscles first, and to do this I'm going to use my Motion Prep 3-piece massage ball set. So these are great because it comes with 3 different balls in the set, and I designed it so that it's perfect for dancers to carry around, it's super portable, and it just fits into our lifestyle a little bit better than a giant foam roller would. For improving flexibility, you really want to focus on the hamstrings and the glutes and those muscles all around the hips, so to do that I'm going to be using the peanut ball. If you've been noticing that you've been doing a lot of stagnant stretches, like sitting in splits for a long time, and you're not really seeing any results, it's probably because you're focusing too much on trying to stretch the hip joint and not enough on really relaxing the muscles around that hip so that you can support a higher leg. And to do that, you've got to really expand those muscles' range of motion. Plus, you guys, look at how pretty they are. Like, come on. They're just the perfect last-minute Christmas gift for your dance friends or just for yourself if you have some flexibility goals for the new year. So I'll be sure to link that down below in the description box if you want to go ahead and copy yourself a set. Okay, so now that I've finished rolling out my muscles, I'm just going to hang down a little bit and let the gravity give myself a nice little extra stretch, and then it's time to do my first actual stretching exercise, which is a lunge. So you want to make sure that that back leg really has a lot of energy pushing through the heel and that the front knee is over the ankle. Then I'm going to drop my back knee and push further through my left hip flexor to make sure that I'm really getting a full stretch there. And after that, I'm going to reach and pull my back leg in so that I'm getting a nice stretch in my quads. In a heels class, if you take a heels class, you know you got to use them quads a lot. You're dropping to the floor, you're coming back up. So having really stretched out quads can really help you when you're trying to build more strength in them. And then as you can see, I just drop down to my elbows to give me an even deeper stretch in that lunge. Now for strength, I'm going to sweep my right leg around and put my leg behind me so that my foot is toward the ceiling and pump my heel upward. When I'm doing this, I'm making sure that I'm not allowing my back to go into an extreme arch. I'm really trying to keep my back as in a normal position as possible and really just use my glutes and my hamstrings to do this motion. And then I'm going to switch and do it turned out. So as if I were to do an attitude derriere or an attitude back, I'm going to turn the knee outward and continue to pump up. And then afterward, I turn it back in and I do the same thing. Now I'm going to sweep my leg back around and drop into a Graham fourth position, which is basically your legs in a Z. And this is really good for stretching your turnout. So a lot of heels technique is really based in traditional ballet and jazz technique. So you want to make sure that you're really working on those fundamental things that are a part of technical dance, which is having good turnout, because that's going to help your walks. That's going to help any leg extensions that you have. It's just super important to make sure that you're also keeping those fundamental things in check. Then I'm just going to bring myself to my feet and transfer my weight and do the same thing on the left side. Keep in mind, like I said, these are just stretches that you can do while you're warming up before class. So however long you decide to hold them is totally up to you. Maybe you want to
hold the gram fourth a little bit longer, maybe you don't need that stretch as much and you would rather do the lunge a little bit longer. So it's totally up to you. I'm just gonna speed through this left side and then we can move on to the next stretch. So now that we've finished off the left side, I'm going to go ahead and move into another strengthening exercise for your glutes and hamstrings, and it works your quads a little bit. So to do this, you're going to drop into a second position with your legs turned out, and you're just going to bounce. So you're going to bounce, making sure that you are keeping those knees facing outward toward the walls outside of you. So don't let them turn in. Keep them over the toes. Keep your knees over the toes so that you're not putting any stress on those knees, and you're just going to bounce. And then you're going to relevate and continue to do the same thing. And while you're doing this, you want to make sure that you're not putting any extra stress into your shoulders. Keep those shoulders relaxed as well. And then releve, twist to a nice wide fourth position, and drop into your right split. Here you can do any stretch you please. We all know the different kind of stretches that you can do when you're in a split. I like to just drop down kind of like a rag doll and let my muscles relax in the stretch instead of trying to force anything. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the left side. It's important to remember while doing your splits that the goal is to have both your front and back leg turned out in that position. So while you're here, be sure to really crank that turnout in the front and in the back leg. And we're finally at the end, so to finish off, I like to just do a nice straddle split. Straddle, center split, second split, whatever you want to call it. And I just relax into this stretch as well, lay myself forward, and I alternate which way my head is facing so that I can get a nice profile stretch on both sides of my neck. If you're a little bit more advanced or just a little bit more flexible in general, you can go ahead and pull yourself all the way through this straddle split so that your hip bones are directly on the floor. It's just a way to deepen the stretch if you're looking to get a little bit extra oomph out of a second split. And to finish off, I like to stretch my internal rotation by just alternating my knees like this as I'm sitting down. And now I'm done and ready for class.
So you guys, that is it. Hopefully you feel warm in those hamstrings and in your butt a little bit and in your calves, just all those muscles that work together to help create flexible lines. Let me know in the comments if you've tried these stretches, if they work, and if you use massage balls too, because they've been a game changer for me. They help me increase my flexibility a lot quicker, especially if I've been out of class for a while. Jumping back in can be much easier because I can get access to that muscle flexibility quicker with massage balls. And let me know what you guys' flexibility goals are. Do you want to just be able to achieve a split? Is that what you're trying to get to? Do you want to be able to do a nice second leap and have a beautiful straddle? Do you want an oversplit? Let me know, and I would love to hear what you guys are working on. Other than that, if you guys want to be a part of the fam, go ahead and subscribe, because I do bring you guys a lot of dance-related content and sometimes just other random stuff that I like to make videos about. So go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I have a new upload. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.